So with that, I'm going to invite Michelle Boomhauer, who is the Director of Policy and Planning and Intermodal Development at VTrans, to just say a few words, and then we'll open up for questions. Thank you.
Thanks, Chapin. And thank you for the opportunity to have VTrans here at this meeting this evening. We've been longtime partners in this legacy project that we are excited to see coming to fruition. I'd like to extend our thanks to the city staff and the consulting teams who have been long-term partners in this project and who have helped to keep it moving. The project is a locally managed project, which means that the city really is facilitating and driving the process with support and input from VTrans and Federal Highway Administration, obviously, who's paying the bulk of the costs. I think the big thing that you heard tonight is a lot of the changes that took place in the past year with the project design. The city came to VTrans and asked for a pause in the process so that these elements could be re-examined in terms of looking at better ways to address project needs in light of the situation of development and growth and needs of the community neighborhoods in this region today. Not as envisioned when the Parkway was winding its way from the 60s through the 80s and 90s and into the 2000s. So we were able to work with the city on the pause. The city came back with suggested changes that don't necessarily get you to all of your ultimate solutions that you would like to see at this point in time, but it gets us to a point where we can wrap up this project in a reasonable manner. We can stay within the timeline, the budget, and the permitting constraints that we have to deal with, and then basically get it implemented and figure out, now that we're operational, what are the needs that exist, and what are we going to be seeing for growth and activity within this area in the coming years so that we can plan appropriately for any new and additional projects that may be needed or modifications to your network. So it's great to arrive at agreement on the concepts that you've been presented tonight. We are very anxious to advance this project to construction. We have the money booked in our program to advance the project as soon as the project is ready. It's really objective of VTrans to move the legacy projects off the books. We recently finished the Morrisville alternate truck route. We have some major projects in Pittsford, Brandon, and other areas of the state that we are moving out. Danville had a significant project completed. These are all projects that have been tens of years in the making, and we really want to see them implemented and completed, and so we're very excited about that. VTrans recognizes that the city of Burlington, Vermont's Queen City, is a vibrant, growth-focused mecca, which will continue to grow and change. And there will be near and long-term future transportation planning that will be required. Chapin just described many of the projects that are in the near term, and this is inevitable. So we will be continuing to support the city in planning for future transportation infrastructure needs as the city continues to change and move forward and through the march of time that we all deal with as we go about our business. So I'm pleased that we've made it to where we are, and VTrans is feeling very confident about the next 2 years. We meet on a monthly basis. We have a very large project team that is committed to keeping this moving forward, and it's a partnership that we want to see through to fruition. Thank you, Chapin.